Students, we were learning about vector quantities, and past video lectures we have discussed about vectors, how to add them, how to resolve them, and how to multiply vectors. Those things we have already discussed in the past video lectures. And in today's session, we will be learning few problems based on those properties of vector quantities. We will be solving few problems based on that. As a part of that, we will be now discussing this question. You can see that on the screen. A1 and A2 are two unit vectors and they are collinear. These are two unit vectors and they are non-collinear vectors. Non-collinear vectors mean vectors which are not in the same line. They are inclined at 60 degrees. So two vectors we have. And those two vectors are like this. This is one vector, let me consider, and this is another vector, let me consider that. These two are inclined by an angle of 60 degrees. And it is magnitude of A which is equal to 1 given in the problem. And this is magnitude of A1 and this is A2. Its magnitude is also 1. These vectors are unit vectors which are non-collinear. They are not in same straight line. They are in different lines, right? So they are non-collinear. Now I want to evaluate A1 minus A2 dot to A1 plus A2. You should find out this dot product. In order to find out that dot product, I'll take this as it is. A1 minus A2 bar dot 2 times A1 bar plus A2 bar is equal to how much? You should evaluate this. Now, before evaluating this, let me tell you dot product of A bar and A bar. A1 bar and A1 bar is equal to magnitude of A1 into cos of 0. Why cos 0 here? A1 vector, it is in the same line. A1 and A1, both vectors are same. Two vectors, as they are same, they will be in the same line. Angle between them will be equal to 0. This will be equal to 1. Similarly, A2 bar dot A2 bar will be equal to 1. And remember, A1 dot A2 will be equal to A1 magnitude, A2 magnitude into cos 60, right? You need to substitute these in the above expression. We will use these in the above in order to solve these problems, right? This problem. See, now take this and multiply. A1 multiply with these two. It is in the form of just like A minus B into A plus B. You will just multiply those. It is A1 bar dot 2A1 plus A1 bar dot A2 bar. Next minus A2 bar into 2A1 bar dot. Next plus, sorry, not plus, it is minus. Minus of A2 bar dot A2 bar. Okay. This is 2 times A1 bar dot A1 bar plus A1 bar dot A2 bar minus 2 times A1 bar dot A2 bar minus of A2 bar dot A2 bar. Okay. Now already we have known A1 dot A1 is equal to 0, A2 dot A2 is, sorry, A1 dot A1 is equal to 1, A2 dot A2 is equal to 1, and A1 dot A2 is equal to A1 A2 cos 60. That I'll use it here. What is A1 dot A1? 1. 2 into 1 plus. What is A1 dot A2? See here, 2 A1 A2 and A1 A2. That will be minus of A1 A2, right? So I'll just substitute that here. Minus of A1 dot A2. Minus of, what is A2 dot A2? It is 1. Now this is 2 times minus of A1 dot A2. It is magnitude of A1. Magnitude of A2 is 1. Cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Minus of 1. So this gives you 2 minus 1 by 2 minus 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 and this is 1 by 2. So final answer, it is 1 by 2. The dot product of this given question is equal to 1 by 2. One more simple question we have. You are being given two vectors. You need to find out cross product of those two vectors. Given r bar is equal to 2i minus j plus k. F bar is equal to I plus 2j minus 3k. R and F is given to you. I want to find out R cross F. R bar cross F bar is equal to magnitude of R cross F. In order to find out, you will be taking I minus j and k. Watch previous videos, previous lecture videos, so that you will be knowing how to find out R cross F. I minus j and k. As you are dealing with first vector is r, take its coefficient here, 2, minus 1 and 1. F is I, 2j and minus 3. So it is 1 and this is 2 and minus 3. Now in order to find out cross product of these vectors, you will be just writing it as I. When you are taking I, you just leave this remaining portion, you multiply them. It is minus 1 into minus 3 minus of 2 into 1 minus j into. When you are taking j, you eliminate this part, remained will be only this 2 into minus 3, 1 into 1, 2 into minus 3 minus of 1 into 1 plus k into. When you are dealing with k, you just take this 2 into 2, 1 into 1, 2 into 2 minus of 1 into minus 1. Now this gives you finally I into minus of minus will become plus 3 minus 2 minus of j into 2 3 6 minus 6 minus 1 plus k into 2 2's 4 minus of minus will become plus 1. 3 minus 2 is 1. It is I minus 7j plus 5k. This is equal to R bar cross F bar. Usually it is called as torque. So R cross F is this, I minus 7j plus 5k. In this question it is being given a car moves 40 meter due east. So first you need to represent a vector which is traveling along east direction. So 40 meter it is traveling along east. First vector is this. And next it turns towards north and moves 30 meter. From here it is traveling 30 meter. It is traveling 30 meter. And then what it is being given? It is given it turns 45 degrees east of north. So from north it is traveling, it is turning 45 degrees towards east, like this. It is just turning 45 degrees towards east and finally traveling a length of 20 root 2 meter. So now let me write down the lengths here. This is 40 meter, this is 30 meter, and this is 20 root 2 meter. It is given to you in the problem. Let me consider this is displacement S1, this is displacement S2, this is displacement S3. Okay. Now I will write down first what is S1. S1 is equal to 40 meter, and this is in which direction? Along east, so I will represent it with I cap. S2, this is 30 meter, as it is in which direction? Y direction, so I will represent it with J cap. Now what about S3? S3 is in XY plane. S3 vector is in XY plane. Resolve S3 into components in X plane and Y plane. So I need to resolve this vector into components. If I resolve that vector into components, you will be getting components this way. One component along horizontal and one component along vertical. Okay. And angle made by this is equal to 45 degrees. This angle is 45 degrees. North, with north it is turning 45 degrees towards east. So how do you write this S3? You can write horizontal component and vertical components for this vector. So as it is adjacent side, you can write it as 20 root 2 cos 45, and this is 20 root 2 sin 45. If you do not know how to resolve vectors, you can watch videos in the YouTube lecture so that you can know how to resolve the vector. In XY plane, you can resolve this S3 and write down the S3 vector. I can write now S3 vector as 20 root 2 into sin 45 I cap plus 20 root 2 cos 45, and that component is along vertical, so I can write it as j cap. This is equal to 20 root 2 into 1 by root 2 I cap plus 20 root 2 1 by root 2 j cap. Root 2 gets cancelled, root 2 gets cancelled. This is equal to 20 I cap plus 20 j cap. This is S3. Now we have got S1, S2, S3. What he is asking in the question? In question you are supposed to find out displacement. Net displacement is equal to displacement S1 plus S2 plus S3. What is S1? 40I plus S2 is 30J plus S3 is 20I plus 20J. Now components along same direction, you should add them. 40 plus 20 it is 60I plus 30 plus 20 it is 50J. That is net displacement of the body. It is 60I plus 50J. It is option number 2. Coming to the next question. Two vectors of equal magnitude. Magnitude of that vectors is 2. Magnitude of A is equal to 2 given. Magnitude of B is also given as 2. They are at an angle of 60 degrees. So A bar and B bar, A bar and B bar, they are inclined at an angle of 60 degrees to each other. Find magnitude of sum and their difference. You need to find out A bar plus B bar magnitude and A bar minus B bar magnitude. You should find out sum of two vectors and difference of two vectors. As we know, you can find out sum and difference of the vectors by parallelogram law of vectors. Those students who do not know what is parallelogram law of vectors, you can watch previous videos. Now coming to parallelogram law of vectors, you can write magnitude of A bar plus B bar is equal to under root A magnitude whole square plus B magnitude whole square plus 2AB into cos of angle between them. So A plus B magnitude can be written as under root A and B values, they are 2. So it is 2 square plus 2 square plus 2 into 2 cos 60. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2 since theta is equal to 60 degrees. So cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. This 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 2 square plus 2 square plus 2 square, that is 2 times root 3 units. This is A plus B magnitude. Now coming to A minus B magnitude. A bar minus B bar magnitude is equal to under root A square plus B square minus 2AB into cos of angle between A bar and B bar, that is 60. So it is 2 square plus 2 square minus 2 into 2 into 2 into 1 by 2 under root. 2 and 2 gets cancelled. 2 into 2, 2 square. This 2 square gets cancelled. leftover is root 2 whole square. This is equal to 2. So magnitude of a minus b is equal to 2. Magnitude of a plus b is equal to 2 root 3 units. Remember, when you are adding and subtracting vectors, you need to add and subtract vectors by parallelogram law of vectors. Let us discuss one more question. Find the magnitude of f1 and f2 if f1 f2 makes an angle of 30 degrees and 45 degrees with f3, and magnitude of f3 is equal to 10 Newton. You are being given magnitude of f3 is equal to 10 Newton. And f1 f2 resultant of f1 and f2 is f3. Resultant of f1 and f2 is equal to f3. Okay, so when you are dealing with resultant of f2 and f3, see, check it up. f3, as it is resultant of f1 and f2, you can construct one parallelogram here, right? I can construct one parallelogram like this. Right, and this is the other one. You can construct one parallelogram. Okay, and this becomes the diagonal of that parallelogram. So whenever the resultant f3, if it is sum of two vectors f1 and f2, you can simply understand that the components of f1 along the horizontal, these components magnitude will be definitely equal. Okay, that is the hint we will be using in this problem. Let me explain that clearly. See, f1 and f2 are two vectors, f3 is the resultant. So f1 f2, I am just constructing a parallelogram over there. f3 will be the resultant of an f1 and f2. Now what I do, I can resolve this vector f2 and f3 into components, right? So I'll resolve them. This is one component. It is f1 cos 30, and this is vertical component, sorry, horizontal, f1 into sin 30. Similarly, this is vertical component, it is f2 cos 45, and this side it is f2 sin 45. Okay, now whenever you are getting this type of situation, you need to remember that magnitude of f1 sin 30 is equal to magnitude of f2 sin 45. Okay, so when you are having two vectors in such a way, the resultant of those two vectors magnitude is equal to sum of those vectors. In such cases, you can resolve those two vectors into components and equate the components which are opposite to each other. So f1 sin 30 and f2 sin 45, they are opposite to each other. This is one and this is the other. So magnitude of these two will be numerically equal in this situation. So I can write f1 sin 30 is 1 by 2 is equal to f2 sin 45 is 1 by root 2. Therefore, you can write it as f1 is equal to 2 by root 2 into f2. Root 2 into root 2 gives 2. So f1 is equal to root 2 times f2. Okay, f1 is equal to root 2 times f2. That is known to you. f1 magnitude is equal to root 2 times f2. And as we know, these vertical components magnitude f3 magnitude will be equal to components of f1 and f2 along its direction, that is f1 cos 30 plus f2 cos 45. Okay, so f3 magnitude is equal to sum of these two, f1 cos 30 and f2 cos 45. So f3 magnitude is already been given 10, right? So f3 magnitude, it is already been given 10 in the problem itself. Now I'll be using that. f1, how do you write f1? It is root 2 f2 cos 30 it is root 3 by 2 plus f2 into 1 by root 2. f2 I can take it common. This gives you root 6 divided by 2 plus 1 by root 2 into f2 is equal to 10. So f2 is equal to 10 divided by root 6 by 2 plus 1 by root 2. Okay, if you want you can rationalize this and you can find out there. After rationalization you will be getting some answer that will be left to you. You need to solve that. So f2 we have got. Now I can find out f1 magnitude, which is equal to root 2 times f2. So that is 10 root 2 divided by root 6 by 2 plus 1 by root 2. This is the magnitude of f1 and f2. Yeah, in this question A bar and B bar magnitudes are given to you in the problem. Magnitude of A is equal to 5. Magnitude of B is equal to 10. A bar is making an angle 37 degrees. B bar is making angle 53 degrees. You want to now find out A plus B and A minus B. In order to find out A plus B and A minus B, you need to resolve A bar and B bar into its components because they are in the plane. As vectors are in plane, you need to resolve them into components. One horizontal component and the other one vertical component. Similarly, for vector B also, you need to resolve those vectors into components. One horizontal, one is vertical and the other one is horizontal. I need to write those components now. Okay, so if I write those components, what do you get this? It is B cos 53 and this is B sin 53. Likewise, this is A cos 37 and this is A sin 37. See, remember 53 is with the horizontal. So as it is horizontal adjacent side, it is represented with cos 37. Now how do you write A bar? A bar is equal to magnitude of A into cos 37 I cap plus A sin 37 into J cap. So A bar is equal to magnitude of A, it is 5, right? And you know, whenever you have a right angle triangle with sides 3, 4 and 5, this smaller angle is 37 degrees, larger angle is 53 degrees. Okay. Now you can write down what is cos 37. Cos 37 is equal to 4 by 5 I cap A into what is sin 37. Sin 37 can be written as 3 by 5 J cap. So A is a 5. This 5 and 5 gets cancelled. 5 and 5 gets cancelled. It is a 4I plus 3J. This is A bar. A bar we have calculated. Now come to B bar. Coming to B bar is equal to B cos 53 and this is along negative x-axis, so it is minus I cap plus B sin 53 J cap. So what is the magnitude of B? 10. What is cos 53? 3 by 5 into minus I plus 10 into what is sin 53? 4 by 5 J cap. This is 5 to 10. 5 to 10. So finally you can write this as 2, 3, 6 minus 6I plus 8J. We have got A magnitude and B magnitude. Sorry, A vector and B vector we have got. What you are now supposed to find out? You are supposed to find out A bar plus B bar. A bar plus B bar is equal to 4I plus 3J plus of minus 6I plus 8J. This is equal to 4 minus 6 I cap plus 3 plus 8 J cap. This gives you minus 2I plus 11J. This is A plus B. You are now, suppose you are not asking here in this question, you are not asked to find magnitude. If suppose you want to find out magnitude of a plus b, then simply you will take under root 2 square plus 11 square. This is magnitude of a plus b. Next you should find out a minus b also. A bar minus b bar is equal to 4i plus 3j minus of minus 6i plus 8j. This is equal to 4i plus 3j plus 6i minus 8j. It is 4 plus 6, 10i minus 5j. This is a minus b. Now a minus b magnitude is equal to under root 10 square plus 5 square. This gives you magnitude of a minus b.